In an interview with Talk Sports, Andy Ruiz said he would like the rematch to be at Estadio Azteca. That stadium's in Mexico. It holds 100,000 people. That stadium has held 2 fights. One of the fights were held there was 1967, Howard Weinstein against Vicente El Salvador. The other fight was legendary Julio Cesar Chavez against Greg Haugen. I'm a firm believer if you beat the champion and he has a rematch clause, you should decide what the rematch is. So I'm on Andy Ruiz's side on this. The rematch should be in Mexico. Mexico or back at Madison Square Garden where Anthony Joshua got knocked out. But Eddie Hearn has revealed him and his management team, Anthony Joshua, will have the final say where the rematch will take place. You know, since the fight ended 2 weeks ago, you're hearing a lot of things about Anthony Joshua. Things like he fired his trainer, Robert McCracken. He was knocked out in sparring and had a concussion. Lots of excuses. If you wasn't ready for the fight, you should have postponed the fight. After all, you are the heavyweight champ. Sometimes it's not the trainer's fault. In this instance, it was Anthony Joshua. If you wasn't ready for the fight, you shouldn't have fought. I'm not big on excuses. If you get in the ring, the field, the basketball court, I don't care. If you're on that court, you're in the boxing ring, on that field, there's no excuses. The way I see it is Andy Ruiz is sitting pretty. Ruiz made $7 million in his first fight against Anthony Joshua. I figured he at least got to triple that or maybe more. I think he'll be getting about $25, $30 million on a rematch. If he loses, he gets another big payday against Anthony Joshua. But if he wins like my boy Boxing Nuke says, he becomes a heavyweight Canelo. This guy potentially could make $40, $50 million a fight as a champion. I don't really have a favorite heavyweight in this decade, but if I had one, it'd be Ruiz or Anthony Joshua for the same reasons. Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz want to fight the best. They are taking risk, and that's why Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are undefeated. Now, a lot of people want to get on Tyson Fury because of his opponent last night, but ESPN and Top Rank got to make their money. They got $120 million invested in Tyson Fury. They're not going to put him in there with killers right away. Then you look at the PBC side, they're not going to put Deontay Wilder in danger. All through his career, Deontay Wilder has been protected. Look who he's fighting next. He's fighting Ortiz, who's over 40 years old, has a blood pressure problem. And the only reason they took the Tyson Fury fight when they did is because they thought Tyson Fury was finished, but he had a name and he was undefeated. So I commend fighters like Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, Terrence Crawford, who want to fight the best, who wants to be great. I think the fight should be in Madison Square Garden or Mexico. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below. JBZ, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.